Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, this is kind of a part 2 to the video I released earlier on today, and this is going to show you how to disable the tracker chips in the Type 2 American Silver Eagles, and it's also going to show you where to locate the tracker in the Type 2 American Eagle monster boxes, and also how to disable that as well. So it's going to be a very interesting video for those of you that are only just discovering about the tracking devices in your American Silver Eagles. But before we get into the video, I'm going to pour myself a nice glass of whiskey. I want to say a massive thank you to Shiny Precious Metals for sending me across this glass. And I've only just recently picked up the whiskey that actually goes with the glass. You can see it says the Old Bushmills Distillery, and that is the same as this glass. So really cool, and you can see why the glass is square now, because it's basically modeled off the design of the bottle. So that's really interesting. It's actually a really nice whiskey. I only got this weekend, just gone, and I'm already down to my final bit. So you can see that I've really been enjoying this. One for CPM here. Really nice solid cork on this bottle. So we're going to finish off that in today's video. Once again, thank you very much, Shiny Precious Metals, for the glass. I really do appreciate it. It's definitely got some use behind it. Cheers, everyone. Now, as you can see, I'm in a slightly different setup today, and that is because I needed a little bit more space to be able to fit the monster box on camera. And also I thought it'd make a little bit of a change to switch things up a little bit, get a little bit of a different backdrop on the go as well. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to locate the tracking device in a monster box and how to disable it. So if we slide this over onto camera, for those of you that live in the UK, you might not have actually seen one of these monster boxes before. For those of you in the US that stack precious metals, you've probably seen these many times before. But let's show you how it looks inside. So when you take off the lid, you have this kind of second lid, if you like, that gets removed. And once you remove that, that is where you have all of your tubes of Eagles. So they're all stacked along here like this, 500 in total. And then this lid goes on top to keep them in place, and then you have the other lid that I've just shown you that goes on top again. So that's how it comes. Now what I want to draw your attention to is this bottom section here. So if we take this tube of Eagles out the way for now, and we take out this bottom tray and we flip it over, I'm just going to move this base bit out of the way, put that over there. You can see it's got this device here on the underside. Now this device is only in the Type 2 monster boxes. So any Type 1 monster boxes, you can double check them just to make sure, but they shouldn't be in those. Now you can see it's got a serial number on there. And if we pull it out, and it just literally pops out, and I'm not actually sure how it's secured in there because there's no bracket or anything like that. The only thing I can think of is if there's something in here that's magnetized, because when you go to put it back in, it almost pulls back in. So it's like there's a magnet there or something. So it's really interesting. And I'm not sure how they've managed to do that, because like I said, when you take it out, you can't see anything there that holds it in. So this must have a magnet built into it, and then they must have a sheet of metal embedded in this monster box. So that, like I said, when you put it in, it just drags it back into place. So we're going to have a closer look at this tracking device. Let me just put this out of the way. Now you can see it actually says GPS on it straight away. So there's no questioning whether this is a GPS tracking device. You can see there's also a light there. And when I slide this off in a minute, you'll see that that light is definitely on. You can see there from that angle, you can see it shining through. Now, I don't know what this serial number means. Maybe that's just a serial number of the monster box. I'm not too sure. And there's not much else going on the other sides. But like I said, if you pull this bit off here, you can see there's a red light on inside there. Now it also contains a SIM card, and don't worry, this SIM card has been deactivated. I deactivated it before I brought this monster box back to my house. But you can see it's got a, what's it say on there? A Libra 5G SIM card. Now I haven't actually heard of Libra here in the UK. It does say UKCA on there, but I've never actually heard of Libra. So for those of you in the US, let me know, is that a USA SIM card? It would make sense if it was, because this monster box originates from the US, with it being American Silver Eagles. Now, if we slide this SIM card out, you can see the light goes off. And I'll show you, I've actually deactivated this one by scratching the microchip to pieces. But I actually kept hold of the SIM card just because I thought it would be interesting to do a little bit more research into the serial numbers on the card to see if it matches up with anything, and to try and work out exactly who has access to be able to track this monster box. But everything I'm showing you in today's video are things that you need to do before bringing the Type 2 monster boxes and the Type 2 Eagles back to your house. If you don't do these things before you bring them back to your house, it's already too late, because you've already got the GPS pinging in your house. So it's very important before you bring a monster box home to take off this tracking device. You don't have to do what I did and scratch the SIM card and then put it back. You can literally just take off this whole box, chuck this in the bin, and then when you bring the monster box home, you will no longer be tracked. So it's really interesting. And like I said, when you put this back in, you'll see that it starts to light on again. So that light must just signify the SIM card being present. It can't signify this actually being tracked, because like I said, I have actually completely damaged the microchip underneath. But yeah, really interesting. And again, for those of you that haven't checked your monster boxes, please do make sure you check them before bringing them back to your house, because you do not want to be tracked with your Type 2 American Silver Eagles in your property. Now, the second part of this video is going to be showing you how to disable the chips that are embedded in the Type 2 coins themselves. So let's just get this stack out here. Now, this stack is Type 1 American Silver Eagles, because obviously I don't have Type 2 on me. I don't stack Type 2 because of this reason. But let's pretend these are Type 2. And again, this is something you need to do before bringing the coins back to your house. All you need to do is get yourself a glass of water, and then you just need to submerge your silver coins in the water. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to damage the tracking devices that's embedded inside them. And you actually need to leave these submerged in water for a minimum 14 days. So 14 days, they need to stay submerged in water to make sure that the tracking device is completely damaged before bringing these coins back to your house. Because like I said before, you do not want to be tracked having precious metals in your premises, because when the government decide to do the fiat currency reset and they want to peg it back to a tangible asset, whether it be gold or silver or both, you don't want them knowing that you have precious metals in your possession. So I hope you found this video interesting. Like I said in the last video, do let me know in the comment section if you already knew about these tracking devices in the Type 2 American Silver Eagles, or whether this is the first time you're hearing of it. I hope this video comes in useful, and those of you that already have Type 2 American Silver Eagles, grab yourself a glass of water and pop them in it for, like I said, 14 days to make sure that you're no longer being tracked. And also make sure you dispose of these tracking chips as quick as possible. Get them out of your house. You do not want these in your house. You don't want anybody knowing you have precious metals on your premises. So as always, thanks very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. And as always, I hope you have a very nice day. Cheers.